So guys, I guess you could say this is season number 2, episode 1. I'm back down in Florida for the winter, and I'm walking the land, walking the trail for the morning, just waking up the body a little bit. For episode 1, excuse the traffic in the background, I do apologize. I guess a little bit of morning work traffic for people who actually still have jobs in this time of COVID, coming up on almost a year. When you're networking in the music industry, it's extremely important that you understand that it's much more a game of looking left to right at a party rather than looking vertically, up at a convention center with a suit on and with business cards. Some of you who have to work a job to fund your music career probably understand what I mean by that. Others may not, and that's fine. All I really mean is that your network, the people that you're going to lean on, the people that you are going to think to call when you have questions, when you have something that you need, when you just wanted to run something by somebody, these are your friends, these are your peers, these are the people from Berklee that you graduated with. It might be a mentor or 3, but most of the time, even then, they're still looking side to side and are more or less going to pull you up or much closer to their level. So once again, you're looking side to side and seeing them. They're looking side to side and seeing you. So just understand that when someone invites you to a party, when you're invited out to a show, that is your convention center. That's your chance to network. That's your chance to speak with people who likely will be in a position to help you. I don't want to say never, but I really would strongly advise that you destroy the idea that networking is going to be something where you go, someone hears your music, and it's so disgustingly awesome that they just write you a huge check, your troubles are over, now you live in LA, they're paying for your condo on the beach, and it's a done deal. Or in West Hollywood or something, and that's it. Now you're pampered because you're just such a damn good producer or DJ or singer or whatever it may be. It's not to say that doesn't happen, but waiting on that, is a really great way to get old in the industry and have accomplished nothing. You're much better off looking at the people at Berklee or Full Sail, or wherever you go, Icon Collective, Point Blank, whatever it may be, and talking to the music business majors, the marketing majors, the people who are, interested in the business side of things, because they're going to need artists as well, and even other artists that are similar to you or that you like their sound, and shooting them a message. I think another big thing to remember is do not seek to always take. It isn't about, hey bro, I wondered if you could listen to this track and let me know what you think, thanks. Those kind of messages, if you ever got one, you know how it feels. If you haven't gotten one yet, you understand that, or you probably don't understand, but it's not nice, it's not good, it's rude. People want to feel like there's some sort of connection, and I just feel like other people have said this before, but it's just so obvious. Like, don't take, give, like I am right now to you. There is value in this video, but are you mature enough to sit down, watch it, listen, and then after listening to what I'm saying, are you going to deploy these tactics? Are you going to actually do them? Are you going to take action? Networking is not hard. It's just severely overthought. Severely overthought. It's more so about getting out there, not looking up at the legendary manager and wondering why he or she never responded when you sent them your music, and wondering why they weren't so utterly blown away that they flew you out to LA, gave you a free condo to live in, and now your worries are basically over because all they want you to do is keep rinsing and repeating what you've been doing because it's just such genius work. It just, it rarely works that way. You know, it's going to be more so about you leaning on people that are probably similar in age to you that are also coming up. And it's not to say that you shouldn't try and you shouldn't reach for the stars, but it's just that, you know, there's going to be power in numbers. I know I talk about this label a lot, but like, look at what Claude Von Stroke did, or at least what it appears that he did from the outside, because I'm only going on what I see and what has been revealed to me and seems fairly obvious from interviews and just the general presence of his business, his record label, Birdhouse. You know, it seems like he didn't wait for somebody to come rescue him. Instead, he built an army of people similar to him. You know, DJs that like that sound, producers that like that sound, DJs and producers that are capable of making that sound. And then upon grouping them together, now he's got an army that, you know, he can tour with and he can probably make money off of in multiple ways. So, and that last bit probably sounds a little bit selfish, but the point is that it wasn't just about him. He started helping other producers and DJs, and now he's got his own business. You know, I know it may sound weird to think of it that way, but you know, it is. It's his business, it's his nest egg, and it's what he does, and good for him. But, you know, understand that maybe your network isn't with quality people, and that's kind of the other thing is when I say look side to side and that's your network, if you're looking side to side and not real impressed with who you see, and maybe you don't see anybody, it's time to get to work. And a great way to get to work is by digging in on social media if you don't live in any big music cities, and or in your city, target those who are really doing something, because I think that's the big takeaway here is your network can't be people that you just leverage for your own benefit. Obviously, you can't use people like that. They're gonna catch on. And most likely they'll catch on in less than a minute. And, you know, that's kind of probably why you find yourself alone. But, you know, when you look left and right, you want to fill those gaps and fill those seats with people that are like you, that are driven to do something, that are driven enough to sit through this video and listen. So these people could include local promoters, local club owners, bigger local DJs, smaller local DJs that are driven, that there's just some people, and I know because I was one of them. I was told this when I was coming up. There's just some people, when you see them, you know, I've been told, like, you almost get like a hint of jealousy, but at the same time you can see like they're an underdog, and a lot of times I think people just see a younger them in the person, so it's like slight jealousy because they've got, you know, they're younger, but it's also like, man, that person is just like I was. So help out the underdog, help out the local guy or girl that like is coming up and is so painfully obvious that that they're gonna be fine, that they're gonna do this, they're gonna get to like your level. But at the same time, reach for mentors as well locally. And then look towards music schools, and not only music schools, but look towards artists that you enjoy. And a big thing that I'll do is go to agencies' websites or their social media and find who they just signed. Usually there's like a new talent or a new signed roster. Look them up. Look them up and see who that is. And when you look them up and see who it is, if anybody genuinely speaks to you for whatever reason, maybe you like their style of clothing, maybe you like their style of music, maybe they just seem cool, maybe they surf like you do, maybe they're in a town that's fairly close to where you're at, hit them up. Hit them up and just say something real. Hey, I know I'm a stranger, but I really admire what you do. That could be it. I don't know if I would necessarily invite them out on a date immediately. You know, do you want to get coffee sometime? I'd probably wait on that. Just be an outgoing potential friend. That's probably the best way to put that. Expect nothing from them. Rattle off a sentence or two that's friendly, that doesn't ask anything of them. And then eventually let them know, I'm a friend in the business. If you need anything, here's my number. You know, I do that a lot because of my experience in audio mastering, and social media marketing. And people use it all the time. And that's fine, because I know those two areas well. And it isn't a hassle for me to spend 5 or 10 minutes answering a question that somebody has on those topics, because I know them so well, in exchange for the deepened relationship. You know, I hate to put it that cynically, but you know, that it's, look at any teen movie or, you know, a popular Netflix show like Cobra Kai. Even when you're trying to be friends with somebody, there's leverage. There's things that people need, and there's things that you need. And by helping each other out naturally is the key takeaway. While also having a few laughs, it just feels much better than a business relationship. And that's the way things work in the industry. In the next video, I'll do a part 2 to this right now. I'm going to tell you a story about one of my mentors. And it's a shining example. I'll tell you 2 different stories, actually, of how this works in the industry for real. I'll see you in the next video.